Well, hello and welcome back to the Preppy Gardener. I'm Chip Jones, and today you actually see me off location. I'm in Stillwater, Oklahoma, here at Bustani Plant Farm. And oh my goodness, I came in the door just absolutely shopping and grabbing all kinds of wonderful plants to take back to the farm because I have been wanting to come to this nursery for so long. We're about, I guess an hour, 15 minutes west of Tulsa. Stillwater's known for Oklahoma State University and also Bustani Plant Farm. This is a destination nursery that has so many unique and wonderful plants to choose from, and I cannot wait to continue to fill my cart because there's so many unique plants. Many plants that you just don't see at every nursery. Certainly a lot of natives are here, a lot of plants that can withstand our Oklahoma heat. So I'm so excited to be here. So we're going to take you around, take you on a tour. I'm going to pick out a few plants that we're going to be taking back. We're actually going to meet the owner as well, find out what his idea was when he came up with this nursery, what really inspired him to create this nursery, and then hopefully give you a taste of what you'll find when you come to Bustani Plant Farm here in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Hi, my name's Steve Owens. I'm the owner of Bustani Plant Farm, and that is a specialty nursery here in Stillwater, Oklahoma. We're kind of right on the edge of Zone 6-7 USDA hardiness zones. And yeah, we're a specialty nursery. We primarily offer herbaceous plants. So the name Bustani is a Swahili word. I have a number of friends who are from Kenya. And I've actually been to Kenya a couple times. I love the plants there. I've got a few plants from Kenya. And I love the word Bustani. It means garden in Kenya. I think I got started in gardening and horticulture through my grandfather. He always had a huge garden. He had an orchard, he had a huge vegetable garden. Of course, as a kid, loved to go pick strawberries from the strawberry patch, but he also had a lot of flowering plants, some ferns. Yeah, I just think I got interested in plants back then and seeing all the stuff he did. We have, I think, around 1,000 varieties, maybe a little bit more than that. And about 150 of those plants are exclusive to Bustani Plant Farm. They're either our hybrids or plants we've introduced from other places, things like that. Just things you can't get other places. And it's not enough for the plant to be different, it also has to perform well. So we have a saying where we don't offer a plant unless we've had success growing it in our garden. I'm a plant geek, so I kind of belong to this kind of worldwide network of plant geeks. So, you know, I get to know horticulturists from other public gardens around the country. We've been offering plants, and I've been taking plants to the Smithsonian in Washington, D.C. for the last 16 years. The United States Botanical Garden, they're also one of our customers. I'm getting ready to take a load of plants out to the Biltmore Estate out in Asheville, North Carolina. And there are also a lot of gardens up in the Philadelphia area. Chanticleer will order plants from us, occasionally Longwood Gardens, the New York City Botanical Garden. And also this year, a new customer is the Cincinnati Zoo. So we're glad to take some plants out there for their horticultural program. Gardening is always about learning. Thomas Jefferson has the saying, but though an old man, I am but a young gardener. I'm still learning. It's all about learning. Just try it. Just plant some stuff, maybe start small, but just grow some things you like. And also try something new. Try something new every year. See how you like it.
So even though I work at a nursery, I'm always excited to travel to different nurseries to see what are the unique plants that they may have. Here at Bustani, this is one of the great items that you'll never know what you're going to find. I've never heard of a sword bean vine. I want you to just look at how interesting that is, growing up to 16 feet tall, and just look at the hand. I mean, when you have images like this, it makes you so inspired, you certainly want to try it. And also just look at this beautiful leaf. Of course, probably more of an ornamental, but maybe a Jack and the Beanstalk vine. Maybe we could grow that up in one of the arbors at Okarga Farms just to see how tall it's going to get. So I'm definitely going to have to try one of these. But just walking around, seeing so many unique colors. And another plant that I've noticed as we were coming in is this green swan flower, a mint green flower. I think that's so neat. It reminds me of the potting shed back home. I just love that mint green, and that was what caught my eye, certainly walking down through here. As you look around, there's just so many unique colors, so many unique leaf shapes. So I'm just getting started. We're going to see how much more I get to add to my shopping cart before I get finished. So this unusual plant is one I've actually had experience with growing and actually buying through Bustani. This is a false vervain, and this one is the nectar wand red. I originally saw this plant in Aruba on vacation. It was in a landscape at the resort, and I was just enamored with the color and the explosion of these big, tall wands that seemed to come out of nowhere. I ordered it in a red and also in a deep purple, and it just bloomed all summer. Of course, for us, it's a tropical and one that you just have a short amount of time that you actually get to enjoy it. But boy, the butterflies and bees were certainly flying all around it all summer long, and one that I certainly remember. So if you're looking for something unusual, you might want to try to look for one of these false vervains to add to your landscape. Y'all, I am so excited to find this plant. I have seen it in so many catalogs, but I have never actually seen one in person. One is a lion's ears and getting 36 inches tall by 36 inches wide, and it is a perennial for us here in Northeast Oklahoma. I just love these beautiful bright orange blooms. And if you look, they come spouting out kind of like a little mini fountain going all the way up to the top. So again, a plant that I've always wanted to have in my garden. I've never seen it before, so I'm so excited. And just another thing to tell you, when we first got here, these were the plants that I was picking from, and I was excited because I had never seen it. And then they brought out fresh, and I want you to just look at all the beautiful blooms. So instead of just having 2 or 3, I'll probably have to get more like 6 or 7 now that I see all of these in beautiful bloom. But again, searching out unique nurseries around the country, you can always find unique plants that you're not going to find at the nursery that you probably visit all the time. So certainly look for these unknowns in small, different little towns, and certainly give them a try, because many times you're going to be so excited by what you find in these very unique native plant nurseries. This is just like being a kid in the candy store when you're a plant lover and you go to a new nursery. It is so exciting. And I have found another plant that I've always wanted to have, always wanted to grow, never been able to really find it. This beautiful purple snail vine. You can certainly see a little bit of the color here in this image, but if you just look across all of these plants, you actually can see all the beautiful bloom. And if you look really close, you can see why it's called the snail vine, because it looks just like a little snail coming to life there. A vine that can get up to 15 feet in one season. Again, a tropical for us. I wish we could grow it all the time, but certainly something to plant in the spring, watch it grow throughout the summer season. So as you look around, there are just numerous climbers, many different plants that are dwarfed that grow across the ground. So it certainly is a nursery that has so many plants to pick from. And my gosh, my cart just gets fuller and fuller as I go. So again, be sure to find nurseries that specialize in many of these unique plants, because you will not be disappointed, because there's so many things to pick from and so many new plants to add to your garden. So anytime that you go to a unique nursery, you need to find out the brains behind the organization because you're going to find out a lot of more facts, a lot of more interesting tidbits. And today I'm here with Steve Owens, who is the owner and president of Bustani Plant Farm here in Stillwater, Oklahoma. And part of the pleasure of getting to come here is actually meet you, Steve. So thank you so much to have us here. Absolutely. And I've just been overwhelmed with the selection and the amount of people here. We're here in the middle of the week in the morning time, and it is just swarming with customers. So how did you come up with this concept?
Well, years ago, I, wanted to create a nursery, and I'm a bit of a plant geek. I like a lot of different kinds of plants. I love our Oklahoma native plants and plants of the United States, the southern United States. And, I like a lot of other plants too, as long as they're not an issue,
Right.
Or anything like that. I love the wildlife connection. I have so many plants that are hummingbird plants. I love, providing plants that will, be good host plants and pollinator plants for butterflies. I love that aspect, but I'm just a plant geek. I like to design, and I like finding really cool plants, really unique plants. And I always wanted to create a nursery where a plant geek like myself would want to come and shop. So
Perfect.
That was the goal.
Perfect. And I'm sure there are a lot of plant geeks that like to come to Bustani, especially when it's opening day. I noticed on social media, opening day was a huge success because there were so many people swarming around. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going next week. Please don't buy everything before I get there.
Right. Yeah. We've had a few plant geeks out.
I bet you have. One of the things I noticed about your nursery in particular, instead of it being just so much about the bloom, is so many beautiful, unique foliage. What was your thought when you started really collecting plants? Did you lean more in that direction, or was it just something that you just thought, it's unique, I haven't seen it before, and that was something that was appealing?
Well, I've learned, here in the South, it's so hot in the summer,
True.
hot and humid,
Yeah.
and just being around different gardens. I've worked for the Parks Department for the city of Tulsa. I've worked for Oklahoma Gardening here in Stillwater University, and I'm a gardener first, and I love it when plants perform well. And I noticed that a lot of, some of the plants you get at some garden centers, as soon as it gets hot, they just crater.
That's true.
They don't hold up in the heat.
Right.
And in some of the gardens where I've worked, I noticed over the years that, some of the foliage plants, like the Acalypas, the Coleus, some of these things, that it doesn't matter how hot it gets, they produce color and interest without having to provide the flowers.
So I was noticing back on the bean vine that gets those ginormous bean pods, and of course just seeing that image, and then I looked down and I noticed how large the leaf was, and it reminded me of Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yes.
Looking for things like that. I didn't come in here looking for a gigantic bean vine, but something that is enticing to me. I have these really tall arbors, and I'm always looking for vines that in one season will grow all the way to the top. So I'm going to give that one a try because it's something I haven't seen. And I just think, even if it didn't produce massive beans, like I'm so hoping that it does, it's that unique foliage, a large shape that I've never really seen before, kind of a soft, almost a fuzzy type of pelt to the outside of it.
Yeah,
so
kind of unique.
Unique in itself. So as we've been going around, I mean, it's just amazing at all the different plants that I've just never even seen before. A lot of the names because I do work at more of a general type of nursery. So coming to a specialty nursery and seeing all of these different choices, it reminds you that there's so many other plants out there that even I don't know about. So it's great, as I was saying, to find a unique nursery that does a lot of natives wherever you are throughout the country, because you're going to find so many more things that you're not seeing at a big box store or at a large nursery just down the road from you. And it'll certainly be worth the trip, as it's been today, actually coming here to Stillwater, Oklahoma.
Well, I'm glad. That's kind of a goal I have for even the most geekiest of all plant geeks. I want you guys to come here and see something you've never seen before. That's my goal.
Well, I know I certainly have seen that today, and we're just in the middle of our shopping. We still have a little bit more to go through because my cart's not quite full just yet, but Thank you so much for having us down today. And I think we picked the perfect time. Again, I was a little worried when I saw all of those customers from last week that you were going to have anything left, but there's so much here. And I know that you have specialty hours going throughout the growing seasons in the spring and the fall. And that's one thing that you'll want to remember if you're going to a specialty nursery. Sometimes they have special hours and also special events. So you'll want to check those out as well. And I know you were mentioning earlier you haven't quite got the garden planted out front. So we certainly want to come back in the fall when
Absolutely.
we can see it.
Yes. Yes.
I've seen images online. So I think after a nice, strong growing season, that'll certainly be a garden to come back and visit.
I can't wait to show you around. And yeah, we do have a lot of plants left. We're open through the first Saturday of June, Tuesday through Saturday, 9 to 6.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much again. So I want to encourage all of you to get out and find your local nurseries, those nurserymen and women who've been working to bring specialty plants near you that are certainly made for your location and your zone. And you just won't be disappointed from the unique selection that you're going to find. Just looking around, there's just so many other plants that I still have to add to my cart. So with that being said, if you liked this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and follow me, the Preppy Gardener, and I'll be back with another video very soon. All right, Steve, let's get back to shopping.
Sounds good.